turn on talk radio or cable news and you'll notice that the word socialist is being tossed around a lot, particularly as Bernie Sanders makes a run for the Democratic presidential nomination once again. Now, I asked MSUB political science professor Dr. Jason Atkins how that might impact this year's election.
I want you to know we will never let socialism destroy American health care.
It's a word you're likely to hear a lot of from Republican candidates during this election year and some Democratic candidates as well.
It's not anything new. I mean, if we look back towards FDR, the New Deal, a lot of his opponents, Republican and conservative Democrats, labeled him as a socialist, and he pushed back against it. I think what's different now is that there are some Democrats who are embracing the socialist label.
The most notable, Senator Bernie Sanders, who's called himself a Democratic socialist. It certainly hasn't gone unnoticed by strategists on the Republican side.
Oh, definitely. They are trying to cast all Democrats as being far to the left.
But MSUB political science professor Dr. Jason Atkins says Sanders' brand of socialism is different from what might traditionally be considered socialism.
What Republicans are throwing out, calling socialist, I don't think is exactly socialist. They are not calling for massive state-owned industry. They are calling for, nationalized health care or publicly funded somehow.
Let me just ask, is anyone else on the stage concerned about having a Democratic socialist at the top of the Democratic ticket?
I'm not.
But some Democrats are concerned, and whether that will be a liability in this year's election remains to be seen.
It could be depending on who the nominee is. Of course, if Bernie Sanders becomes the Democratic nominee, he can't run away from the term since he's embraced being a socialist. But if there's a more moderate candidate, I think they'll be able to successfully push back like other Democratic candidates have pushed back from it.
And as divided as things seem to be right now in America this election season, Atkins says if you look back in our history, there's always been extreme rhetoric during political campaigns.